Hello, my name is Dr. David Cohen and I'm the chairman of your Medical Society Emergency Preparedness Committee. As physicians, we must at all times be ready for whatever disasters occur, whether they are natural, such as hurricanes, tornadoes, or floods, or man-made, such as chemical spills or explosions, disease, or terrorism. Of course, this time of year, the focus is on the current hurricane season. All disasters are local. They affect local people and are handled by local resources, even if other resources are brought to bear. The initial response to disasters in Bexar County and surrounding counties will be handled by EMS, fire, police, and the hospitals with the disaster plans they have in place. But what if a disaster overwhelms the ability of these agencies to react? That is when your Bexar County Medical Society Emergency Preparedness Committee activates its resources. In coordination with the San Antonio Metro Health Department, we will call on our society members to respond in an organized way. A large problem in any disaster is the volunteers who show up unannounced wanting to help. They frequently become part of the problem and complicate the disaster response. Matching supply and demand is always a problem, as is credentialing. The complication of bringing your office nursing staff with you causes an even greater exponential problem. To be effective in a disaster, the healthcare members must be able to be plugged into the existing disaster infrastructure. Whenever there is a disaster that needs a medical society response, there is a list of doctors maintained by the committee who have volunteered to respond, but are under no obligation to respond for any particular disaster. They will be contacted first, and the society will coordinate who, when, and where their services are needed. You may call the medical society and be put on this list in advance. There will also be a number sent out to the members at the time of a disaster that they can call to volunteer if they are not already on the list. These volunteers will provide services for the first 72 hours or more, and after that, the main source of physician support will be from the University Hospital, the Regional Medical Operations Center, or RMOC, federally qualified health centers, and medical staffing agencies. Although volunteers will be accepted at the time of the disaster, you will be much more effective with a small amount of preparation beforehand. There are a plethora of federal, state, local, and military agencies involved in disaster planning and management. It's an alphabet soup. But they all end in a final common denominator of the provider at the bedside of the disaster shelter. You don't need to know and understand the differences between all these organizations, but you do need to have an overall understanding of how a disaster is responded to. The National Incident Management System, or NIMS, using the Incident Command System, or ICS, has training that was mandated for all medical emergency responders in 2005. There is a 2-hour online course that is free from FEMA. It helps you understand how you fit into the puzzle. It can be accessed at the following link. If you want a textbook, or if you want to take the course online, there are other links. Think about CPR and ACLS. No matter where you are, or if you have never met any of the other people at the scene of a cardiac emergency, you know exactly what every person there is going to do and how they're going to do it. ICS gives the same structure to disaster management. It is infinitely scalable from the smallest to the largest disaster, and everyone is using a common terminology. For more information, please contact Melody Newsom at Bexar County Medical Society either by email or by phone at 210-301-4363. Thank you.